At 27 minutes past midnight, the Chicago, Milwaukee, St. Paul, and Pacific passenger train pulled into the Miles City depot. Running late, it paused just long enough to let a solitary figure descend from the second-class coach. After a last-minute call of "all aboard" and a blast from its whistle, it picked up speed and raced off into the night, bound for the Dakotas and points east. Mason Dollarhide gazed up and down the empty platform. A solitary light burning in the closed station house was the only sign of life. He'd wired his arrival time to his mother, but he should have known that she wouldn't have sent anybody to meet him. Amelia Hollister Dollarhide had probably grown forgetful in the 5 years since he'd seen her. Or more likely, she hadn't forgiven him for getting arrested and sent to prison, leaving her to live with his disgrace and run their ranch alone. Miles City had grown in Mason's absence, but some things didn't change. At this late hour, lights along Main Street told him that, despite the government edict, the brothels were still thriving. He hadn't been with a woman in more than 5 years, and the urge was there, like a hot coal smoldering in his belly. But that indulgence would have to wait. On his release from the old state prison at Deer Lodge, he'd been given $50 cash, a shoddy, ill-fitting suit, and a pair of cheap shoes that pinched his feet. He'd spent a good part of the money on the train ticket. Prices had gone up since he'd last traveled. What remained would be barely enough to buy him a few fingers of illegal moonshine and a private room with clean sheets on the bed. Tomorrow morning, when the bank opened, all that would change. Shouldering his duffel, which held little more than his work boots, a change of underwear, and a few toiletries, he ambled down the platform, taking time to stretch his cramped legs. He'd gone no more than a few steps when he realized he was being followed. A furtive glance told him there were 2 men behind him. Unkempt, ill-dressed thugs, husky, but obviously none too bright. Otherwise, they wouldn't be sneaking up on a man who had ex-convict written all over him. He slowed his pace, letting them get close before he turned around. "Gentlemen," he asked politely, "is there something I can do for you?" The pair looked startled, maybe because their quarry had shown no fear. Recovering, the bigger man flashed a knife. Glancing at the smaller man, Mason glimpsed a baseball bat. "We'll take that bag off your hands, mister, along with anything that's in your pockets. Play nice now, or we'll gut you like a pig."